Kristie Wheeles with Exit Realty Gulf Shores, and today we are at Southern Shores Coffee Shop in Gulf Shores, and we're going to learn how to make a latte. Let's check it out.
This is the top shoe.
Okay.
We just put what we're getting ready to put in the drum in here. This over that way.
Like totally. It's all the things just came like that.
Now, those are, this will drop out and cool off everything. Alright, you want to drop them in? You want me to drop them?
I'll drop them. Alright, you set them.
Turn this one.
This way?
Turn it.
Okay.
Counterclockwise. It's a little warm.
Okay.
Go ahead. Now we're going to leave that up and just push this whole thing forward. All these are going to drop down in the tube.
Okay.
Now we can pull that one back. Now we can turn this one around.
Alright.
Alright. Now they're in the drum.
Okay.
You got all the jets underneath with the fire. This is just a sight glass so you can see where the green going in. And as time goes, that's going to change from yellow to a light brown to a dark brown, depending on how dark you go.
Okay.
Into that black, robust, dark coffee. Where these are Sumatras, so we're going to go dark with these.
Okay.
But as we go, we're going to, this is called a dryer spoon. We'll pull these out as they start roasting. That way we can see where they're at.
Okay.
And you'll notice as they go, this is going to be really hot. But this is what you use to smell and smell the changes in coffee. When you pull it out, right now they're going to smell like hay.
Yep.
But now if we pull these out, coffees are no longer green or yellow.
Cool.
I'll put it back in. But now, and you'll notice the difference of the smell.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Now they're starting to smell like coffee.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh.
Like 1 second, pull that.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna let them go in there.
It smells like fireworks.
Yep. That is the second time they drank.
Close it back.
Yep, we're just gonna drop that back in.
Wow.
Lower the heat back down, and now all this is doing here is sucking air to it.
Okay.
So that it stops cooking where I want it to stop cooking.
Gotcha.
Just all that residual heat in there is going to make it just sit there and just build up heat and keep cooking.
Sure.
So this just seeps.
Cool.
And then those will pull off, we'll pull them out into buckets, and then bag them and set them up.
Very cool.
We're going to grab one of these.
Alright.
Alright. This is caramel.
Okay.
You're just going to take this, hold it down there, you want to, and just kind of dribble it all around the house, like top of the cup.
Top, like right here.
Yep. Just make it pretty.
Okay.
Alright. Since this is Chris's, we're going to do it special.
Alright.
We know how Chris likes things.
Yeah.
So we're going to take this one, which is the caramel,
Okay.
and put 5 of these pumps in there.
Alright. Okay.
There you go.
Got
now
it.
we're just going to bring it over here, run some shots. You can set that right here.
Right here.
This is the portafilter for the espresso. So we're just going to set that up in there and push that double shot button.
So do we hold it?
Yep, it'll sit there.
Okay. Oh.
That is just weighing out 18.5 grams of espresso. I'm going to put a little more in there.
Okay.
Alright, this is our tamp. So what we're going to do is set this in here.
Okay.
You're going to want to take this with the fat side, push it straight down in there with about 20 pounds of pressure.
Okay.
So you're just going to want to just do that to it.
Gotcha. And that's from your coffee beans.
Yep, those are the espresso.
Is that medium or?
That is actually a blend of different countries we bring in.
Is it
It's
good?
done in Italian style espresso, so it's meant to be really smoky, but
Okay.
it finishes with a sweet note. And you get the sweetness a lot from the crema, which is the foam on top of coffee. So we just lock this portafilter in here.
Oh, I had no idea
It's
you
got
did all
little
this.
leg ears on here. Pop that up in there, twist it in. And then we're going to take 2 shot glasses, which I got you good. Rinse them out.
Okay. Shots.
Yep, and we will set these in here. And then you just push that button. And that's going to start infusing the coffee.
Oh, okay.
And once it gets to about here, we're going to push the button again. And that'll stop.
All right, tell me when.
Just go ahead and put your finger up there and I'll tell you when. That's fresh, so it's going to go a little more. There you go. Go ahead and stop that.
Cool.
All right, so So now we're just going to take those two, drop them in there.
Okay. Such a good barista.
That's right.
Okay.
And you can set those off to the side. This is the easy way. We stick that wand down in. Just
Okay.
turn it on.
Wow, how do you remember all these steps? Oh. All right,
There you
she's
go.
going.
That just blends in
Okay.
all the caramel with the espresso, melts everything in,
This here,
makes
okay.
goodness. And then just put some milk in there up to about here.
Okay.
And that's how Chris likes it.
All right. This is for my husband. Tell him to come out. Okay.
All right, now we're just going to drop some ice in it.
Okay.
Set that right here. There you go.
Done.
That one's
Beautiful.
done. Pop a lid on it. We're good.
There we are. Looks delicious. Just.
Turn that at about a 45-degree angle this way, and then there you go.
Oh, and
Drop
now
that
pull
down.
it back this
Pull
way?
it over as tight as you can get it.
Okay.
That way we don't leak. I'll drop these underneath the spouts.
And
just
hit my
like
butt.
before.
Okay. Have to give me a little part-time job in here. Double espresso. Oh, okay.
Alright, so we are right there. So let's stop that.
Okay.
Now we're going to slide these off and go ahead and put them in your cup over there.
Okay.
Alright, now steam
Oh,
milk
now
time.
the steamed milk. Okay.
So we're going to counterclockwise opens it up, clockwise shuts it.
Okay.
Purge the air out.
Okay.
We're right there.
So grab
Now,
here.
Yep, you can grab right there because that silicone is not going to burn it.
Okay.
So you want just about there. You want to go ahead and set this at an angle. A lot of
Okay.
easy ways is kind of that
The
angle, so
spout,
you're
okay.
resting on the spout. And we're going to go ahead and turn it on. Go ahead and open it up a little more. And then what we want to do is bring this down. Hear that little noise?
Yep.
That's the noise you want to hear. That's just
Okay.
air. And then once that milk starts to
Oh,
grow,
I feel it getting hot.
yeah. Now we're
Okay.
going to go ahead and just
Oh, it's burning.
got it.
Yep.
I got it.
Okay.
Now you're good. Go ahead and turn that off. Now
Okay.
you can pull that out.
Push this down. Turn it
Shut that
on.
down. And we're just going to wipe the
Okay.
water down.
Ooh, this is
Now
the hard
you can
part.
take that.
Okay.
You start low.
Okay.
You want to start up a little higher so that it will sink through the coffee.
Okay.
And then when you want to put foam on top, you're going to put your milk jug closer in until it will. And now start putting foam on top. Takes a few seconds.
Ooh, I'm feeling over that one part. No, I didn't do it. Where's my phone? Hold on. Ooh, it's gonna go over.
Sorry.
Oh.
We got towels for that. Hey, you got a little bit of something.
Yeah. It's a little something,
That's
something.
right.
Mark's is way prettier than mine. Obviously, I need some work. So, Mark, how long have you been in business, and what kind of got you into this business?
So, storefront wise, we've had this store for about 3.5 years.
Okay.
Before that, we roasted everything out of our warehouse in Daphne.
Okay.
We did that for several years before we ever opened here.
Okay.
But it was kind of, that was a hobby,
Sure.
growing,
Yeah.
until we decided to just jump in and see what happens. And that's when we opened up this place. That was about 3.5 years ago. It really was, it started as just me being curious about coffee, wanting something to do outside of work. So I roasted my own coffee and made little tiny roasters to roast them in.
Oh, awesome.
It just, we decided, it was early on, we wanted a flavor infused coffee. We wanted to be different. So my wife had this crazy idea to bushwhacker coffee.
Right. Which is super popular.
And, you know, it's the South, everybody wants a bushwhacker.
Right.
If we can figure out how to bushwhacker coffee, we'll have something. So needless to say, the wife says we do. About 6 months total it took us to figure it out.
Okay.
We destroyed all kinds of stuff. It's a really disgusting coffee. But we finally nailed it. And when we did, we brought it out at Shrimp Fest.
Okay.
Which, that started our shipping business. Because
Awesome.
everybody at Shrimp Fest wanted us to know if we could ship here, and we were like, yeah, We'll do
Yeah.
it. And then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So we did. So we shipped for years, and then we just saved up, opened this place. Still ship. Now we ship a lot more.
Sure.
We ship pretty much every state, and we've got a couple customers in Puerto Rico we ship to.
Cool.
And then about a year and a half ago, we opened up the store in Foley, which is about 3 times the size.
Right.
Yeah.
How's it doing? It's doing well?
That one's good, yeah.
Good.
We wanted it. It's on 59. It's got a drive-through in it.
Yeah.
Way too much room, so we put a pool table up front for people to play. Pinball machines are in there.
Oh,
It's got a
good.
full kitchen.
Fun. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Haven't been by there yet. Cool. All right. So another question I have is coffee bean. How long does it take to grow? Tell me the process.
Okay, so roughly a coffee tree, like that little one over there, a coffee tree is going to take about 5 years to mature,
Okay.
and then it'll start blooming and producing coffee. Each tree will produce roughly about a pound of coffee.
Oh,
That's
wow. And then it's done.
it. Well, it'll do it year after year.
Okay. Okay.
But the coffee doesn't ripen at the exact same time. So it's a daily process. They go out, they check the beans, they pull the ripe ones, which is actually a coffee cherry.
Okay.
The coffee itself is the seed inside the cherry. So they'll take those, and then depending on the country, on how they process it, they'll pulp that, and then they'll wash it, whether it's a natural wash or and depending on how they dry it.
Right.
Each one's a little different, adds to the flavor, takes away from the flavor, depending on how they're doing that. And then once they dry that, they typically dry them on big pads out in the sun, and just rotate the
Wow.
coffee nonstop to let it dry. They'll go into these big bags like these, and once they hit that bag, they are good for 12 months, as
Wow.
long as they're climate controlled. But each month that they sit in that bag changes the water content of the bean, changes the roasting.
So they have to get them over quick.
They get them over quick,
Yeah.
and then we have everything dated, so we're always roasting properly
Gotcha.
because you only get harvest once a year.
Yeah. Okay. So you get beans from 14 different
There are
countries?
14 countries total,
Wow.
from Indonesia's, New Guinea's, South America, Central America, Africa. We just bring in from everywhere.
Wow. That's very cool. And you're the only one locally that roasts coffee.
We are the only ones down here roasting coffee.
Which
yes.
was super cool process. Had no idea. Kind of blew my mind. But anyway, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, and I know that you donate a lot to the schools.
Oh, of
So I just wanted to say thank you as a PTO board member at the elementary school. I know it's a lot of behind the scenes, and we hit you up. It seems like every season, like, hey, we need some coffee. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
100% keep our teachers
Yeah.
caffeinated.
Yes, and they love it, so
Absolutely.
we appreciate that very much.